Question of the Week from the Naked Scientists.
Hello and welcome to Question of the Week. I'm James Titko. Today's question comes in from listener Kevin.
As I understand it, petrol is a fraction of crude oil. Can crude oil be refined without producing petrol? If crude oil cannot be refined without producing petrol, then what will happen to all the petrol when we all drive electric cars?
Thanks, Kevin. You're absolutely correct that petrol, or gasoline, is a fraction of crude oil, obtained through a process called fractional distillation during refining. Crude oil is a complex mixture of hydrocarbons, and while refining processes can be optimized to prioritize certain products like diesel or jet fuel, completely avoiding petrol would be inefficient and require costly modifications. Your question is a pertinent one, Kevin, because the other fractions of crude oil produced during refining also include the types, as I mentioned earlier, which fuel planes and ships. We're going to need these types of fuel for a long time to come, as the kinds of batteries you'd need to power a Boeing 747 or transatlantic cargo ship for an average journey would be prohibitively heavy. So what will happen to petrol in a world full of electric road vehicles? Here to help us out is Professor Nilesh Shah, Director of the Centre for Process Systems Engineering at Imperial College London.
Thanks, James. Refineries could adapt in a number of ways. One idea is chemically processing petrol range hydrocarbons to increase their molecular weight and make them compatible with aviation fuel. However, this would require significant investment in refinery modifications. Petrol and its lighter fractions could also be used for hydrogen production, which is another type of green energy, via reforming. This would need to add carbon capture and storage to reduce emissions, but this presents its own challenges. Or, petrol range hydrocarbons, especially naphtha, could be diverted into the petrochemical industry for making plastics, synthetic fibres and chemicals. However, this would require investment in naphtha crackers and could lead to an oversupply of petrochemicals, making it less economically viable compared to cracking ethane or propane. This is perhaps the most promising option, but as you've heard, all of them have their drawbacks. With lower petrol demand, some refiners may shift towards bio-based or synthetic fuels to remain viable in a decarbonising world. We'll have to wait and see.
So, Kevin, crude oil refining cannot currently avoid producing petrol, but as demand falls, refiners would need to adapt through a mix of diversification strategies. Long term, the refining industry may shrink or evolve with different, greener feedstocks. Thanks to Professor Nilesh Shah of Imperial College London for helping us with the answer. Join us next time on Question of the Week when we're answering this one from Bill.
I'm sending this message all the way from Ballarat in Australia. I listen to bone conduction earphones without earplugs in preference to conventional headphones or earbuds. At times, I need to raise the volume to maximum and receive warnings via my smartphone. Neither environmental noise or speaker volume seem excessive or cause discomfort. My question is, do bone induction headphones without earplugs pose the same risk to hearing loss as conventional headphones or speakers? Thank you.
Thanks, Bill. I must say, I wasn't familiar with bone conduction headphones before you sent that in, so I'm looking forward to doing some digging for you. Remember to have your say on this and all of our other questions on the forum. Log on to nakedscientists.com/forum. And be sure to drop us a line if you have a question of your own. It's chris@thenakedscientists.com. Until next time from me, James Titko, thanks for listening and goodbye.
Question of the Week is part of the Naked Scientists podcast. Look us up online at nakedscientists.com.